everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. If you're going to enjoy this video, then leave a like and subscribe so you see more just like it. Now let's get into what happens once the Queen has passed. Operation London Bridge begins. As we learn from the series about the royal family called The Crown, the death of Elizabeth's father, King George VI, was known as Hyde Park Corner, while that of the Queen Mother was Tay Bridge. So once London Bridge is down, the Queen's private secretary, Sir Christopher Gate, excuse my pronunciation if I got that wrong, will be responsible for informing the Prime Minister before the information is released to the 15 other countries where the Queen is head of state and the rest of the 36 Commonwealth nations. This is done by the Foreign Office's Global Response Centre, which is housed at an unknown location in London. The first the public becomes aware of her death is when a notice is placed on the gates of Buckingham Palace. All staff will wear black armbands on the left arm, which must measure 3¼ inches wide. A statement will then be released to the Press Association and other news outlets, at which stage main TV channels will pull regular programs and newsreaders will wear black suits and ties. DJs on air will see a blue light flash, which means to cut to the news ASAP, and blanket coverage will begin. They really go all out. And now the days of mourning begin. Flags will fly at half-mast across the UK, and it's been rumoured for several years that workers would be sent home early. For now, this is just a rumour, so we'll only find out when it's announced or when the time comes. The day of the Queen's death will be followed by a 12-day mourning period. During this time, the Queen's body will be moved to Buckingham Palace and preparations will be made for the state funeral. The Archbishop of Canterbury will be in charge of funeral proceedings. Her Majesty's coffin will lie in state in Westminster Hall for 4 days. Previously, this was the case so that the public could pay their respects. However, according to the UK guidance during COVID-19, individuals are advised to avoid large and small gatherings in public spaces, so it's likely that the measures surrounding a state funeral would have to be amended. But since the UK will be completely out of lockdown sometime in June of 2021, hopefully there may be some normal proceedings. After this period, it is expected that her body will then finally be laid to rest in St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. The Queen Mother and King George VI are also buried there. As soon as Queen Elizabeth dies, Prince Charles will become king. He is permitted to choose his own name and is expected to become King Charles III. At this stage, a meeting of the Association Council will take place at St. James's Palace and all formalities will take place. He will then be named king one day after the Queen's death, after his siblings have ceremoniously kissed his hand. Proclamations will be made, and while the Queen lies in state, Charles will visit Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. His first words as monarch will take place at St. James's Palace. If Prince Philip were still alive, then King Charles will have had to decide what happens to the line of succession and whether he'll be succeeded by Prince Philip or Prince William. The coronation of King Charles III will be planned for months after the funeral, and the title of Prince of Wales will move to Prince William, although not immediately. The Queen's funeral and Charles's coronation will become national holidays. On the day of the funeral, the London Stock Exchange will close. It's unknown what will happen to the British economy following her death. As mentioned earlier, an announcement will go out first to the global news agency Press Association and then the rest of the world's media simultaneously. As per tradition, someone in mourning clothes will walk out of Buckingham Palace and pin a black edge notice to the gates. An easel announcing the death of the Duke was placed outside of Buckingham Palace following his passing on April 9th, 2021. According to The Guardian, while he does this, the palace website will be transformed into a somber single page, showing the same text on a dark background. A radio alert transmission system known commonly as RATS will also be activated, which is a wartime alarm. If the Queen's death is expected, the news will spread via the main TV channels first, with all BBC channel programs being paused to show the BBC One feed, which will show of her passing. Newsreaders will be expected to wear black suits and ties, which they keep on standby with them at all times. Indeed, when Prince Philip passed away, newsreaders were seen on the BBC wearing black. That pretty much sums it all up. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed learning about this, then leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this and much more. Goodbye for now, everyone, and we'll see you in our next video.